Hi friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Train. Today we are continuing the role of different essential elements, then their deficiency symptoms and their toxicity symptoms. Now let's see about potassium. Potassium helps in osmotic and ionic regulation in plants, and also it functions as a cofactor or activator for many enzymes of carbohydrate and protein metabolism. That is, the potassium is utilized by the plants for the activation of enzymes which is needed for photosynthesis, protein formation, and also sugar transport. And its deficiency can be seen in older leaves. That is, the edges will look burnt, that is scorched appearance of the leaves. The scorched appearance of the older leaves, which is a deficiency symptom for potassium, that is the edges will look like burnt. And also the plants will easily lodge and be sensitive to disease infestation. Due to the deficiency of potassium, the plants are more susceptible to diseases. Then the fruit and seed production will be impaired and of poor quality. So the potassium not only affect the make the plant easily susceptible to disease, it also affect the fruit and seed quality. Then the deficiency does not immediately result in visible symptoms. Sometimes the potassium deficiency is shown as a hidden hunger. Sometimes we cannot see the visible symptoms, but the plant has some deficiency. That condition is known as the hidden hunger. Then in the initial phase of deficiency, there will be reduced growth rate. Then chlorosis can be visible, necrosis will be there in the later stages. And the affected older leaves will show localized mottled or chlorotic areas, and then also scorched leaves can also be seen. And coming to the toxicity of potassium, if excess potassium is present in the plants will exhibit typical magnesium and calcium deficiency symptoms. Excess potassium will lead to the deficiency of magnesium and calcium. It is due to the cation imbalance. We already said that potassium has a major role in regulating the osmotic and ionic regulation. So the excessity will also cause some deficiency of magnesium and the calcium due to the cationic imbalance. That is, the high levels of potassium reduces magnesium and calcium. Then also it may sometimes affect iron, copper, manganese and zinc uptake. Then the boron levels can either be low or toxic due to this excessity or toxicity of potassium. Then also if the potassium is low, that is the deficient, sometimes it may lead to iron deficiency. Our next essential nutrient is calcium, and the role of calcium, that is, it is involved in cell division and plays a major role in maintenance of membrane integrity. Calcium plays a major role in cell division and maintaining the membrane integrity. Calcium is a component of the plant cell wall, and it regulates the cell wall construction. In case of deficiency of calcium, the growing tips of roots and leaves will turn brown and die. Then the edges of the leaves will look ragged as the edges of emerging leaves stick together. Sticking together of the emerging leaves, it's a common symptom of this calcium deficiency. Then fruit quality will also be affected with the occurrence of blossom end rot on fruits. It is commonly seen in tomatoes, that is blossom end rot. It is a deficiency disease caused by calcium. Deficiency symptom or the physiological disorder is due to the deficiency of calcium. Then coming to the toxicity, the plants may exhibit a typical magnesium deficiency, and in very high level of toxicity it causes potassium deficiency. We all know that calcium is an immobile element. Calcium is an immobile element, and high levels of calcium can accumulate boron deficiency. Then the act of liming can decreases the uptake of boron, copper, manganese and zinc. Why is it so? Because when we apply lime, the pH of the soil rises, so it will be difficult to uptake boron, copper, iron, manganese and zinc. Moving to the next nutrient, that is magnesium. Magnesium is a component of chlorophyll, and it is a cofactor of many enzymatic reactions. It is a component of chlorophyll and a cofactor of many enzymatic reactions. Magnesium is the central molecule in chlorophyll, and it is an important cofactor for many reactions, example the production of ATP. Then coming to the deficiency, older leaves will be yellow in color with interveinal chlorosis. Interveinal chlorosis or yellowing in between the veins, it is a particular symptom of magnesium deficiency. Then plant growth will be slow and some plants may be easily infested by diseases. Then magnesium deficiency includes interveinal chlorosis, then leaf margins become yellow, sometimes some reddish purple, then while the mid-ribs of the leaf remains green. This is a particular symptoms of magnesium deficiency. Then coming to toxicity, it results in cation imbalance showing calcium or potassium deficiency. A higher level of magnesium will cause to deficiency of calcium or potassium. Then coming to the next component, that is the sulfur. Sulfur, it's somewhat like phosphorus, and it is involved in plant cell energetics. It is more or less similar to phosphorus, and it is involved in the cell energetics. It is involved in cell energetics. That is it is an important component of cell amino acids, proteins. Then coming to the deficiency, an overall light green color of the entire plant with older leaves being light green to yellow in color as the deficiency intensifies. That is, the deficiency result in inhibition of the protein and chlorophyll synthesis. Therefore, a general yellowing or overall light green color is visible due to the deficiency of sulfur, and when the deficiency intensifies, the yellowing will become more clear. Also, the sulfur deficiency symptoms can be difficult to diagnose as it resembles the symptoms of nitrogen and molybdenum deficiency. And in contrast to what is the major difference, that is, in contrast to nitrogen and molybdenum deficiency, the sulfur deficiency symptoms initially occurs in the in the younger leaves, while nitrogen deficiency and molybdenum deficiency can be seen in the older leaves. So sulfur is an immobile element, so the deficiency can be seen in the younger leaves, which the deficiency of sulfur that causes them to turn light green to yellow. The later growth, the entire plant may become pale green, and there are no characteristic spots or stripes in case of sulfur deficiency. Then the plants with this deficient in sulfur tend to be spindle, small, and stems are often thin. These are all the deficiency symptoms of sulfur. Then coming to the toxicity, toxicity of sulfur causes premature senescence of leaves. Premature senescence of the leaves, it is due to the toxicity of sulfur. Moving to next element, that is boron. Boron is involved in carbohydrate metabolism and synthesis of cell wall components. That is, the primary function of this boron is cell wall formation and reproductive tissue formation. And so, moving to the deficiency, the plants suffering from boron deficiency exhibit chlorotic young leaves, and death of the main growing point, that is terminal bud death. It is a specific symptom of boron deficiency, terminal the bud death. In addition to this chlorosis, the leaves may become dark brown, irregular lesions will be there, then it will progress to leaf necrosis. Then whitish yellow spots are also visible in the base of leaves due to this boron deficiency. And due to the disturbance in cell wall growth, the leaves and stems of the deficient plants become brittle and distorted. So brittle and distorted leaf tips, then whitish to yellow spots at the base of the leaves, then there will be leaf necrosis, then chlorosis, and it will also affect the death of, it will also causes the death of the terminal bud. Then also sometimes the leaf tips may thicken and curl. These are all the deficiency symptoms of boron. Then coming to the toxicity, the leaf tip and margins will turn brown and die. This is due to the toxicity of boron. Then coming to the next element, that is chlorine. Chlorine, it is an essential component for photosynthesis and as an activator of enzymes involved in splitting water. Then it also functions in osmoregulation of plants growing on saline soils. It is essential for photosynthesis. It acts as a co-activator of enzymes, then mainly involved in the splitting of water. Then also it functions in osmoregulation of plants growing in saline water. These are all the roles of chlorine in plants. Then that is, the chlorine is required by the plant for its leaf, maintaining the leaf turgor. It is essential for photosynthesis. And then coming to the deficiency, younger leaves will be chlorotic and plants will easily wilt. Wilting and chlorotic plants, that is the younger chlorotic leaves and wilting of the plants, is a deficiency symptom of chlorine. Then for wheat, a plant disease will infest the plant when chlorine is deficient. In case of wheat, the deficiency of chlorine will cause a susceptibility to the disease. And the toxicity, in case of toxicity of chlorine, premature yellowing of the lower leaves with burning of the leaf margin and tips. Then also leaf abscission will occur and plants will easily wilt. Thank you for listening this video. The rest minerals will be covered in the next video. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe our channel and share with your friends.